all I hope, yeah. They don't know you just...
I gotta watch my back because I'm not just anybody. In the great words of the Queen, Aaliyah, she rests in peace. You have to watch your back because you were not just anybody. I was just thinking about that song, and it's brought a new meaning to that song for me. Some people might listen to it and be like, oh, you know, it's a really great song, right? But there's a meaning. And I feel like Aaliyah is one of those people where there's always a method to her madness, and she does things for a reason. She does things with a meaning. And I'm very similar. I'm the same way. And part of it was her character. It was her mystique. It was her character. It was who she was, you know, and her protecting her peace and her energy, right? And I say all this to say, there are people that will meet you and be drawn to you. They'll be drawn to you. They will try to love bomb you and try to throw you off your game. Some, not all. They will come and, you know, try to throw you off your game or try to distract you or whatever. And you know what? Not all of them are bad. Not all of them, no, let me rephrase that. Not all of them are bad to their core. I really want you guys to remember that. I really want chosen ones to remember that. Not all of them are just horrible bad to their core, right? A lot of them are lost. A lot of them are bored and they just find you interesting. The way you think, the way you speak, you're not the norm. You're not what they see every day. And you intrigue them. You're very interesting. A lot of them are lost. A lot of them are looking for something to believe in. You know, some of them are coming from a place of boredom. Some of them just want to spice up their life. Some of them are coming from a place of sadness. They're coming from a place of just emptiness and loneliness. And you are different. Some of them don't know how, but they just know that you are different. And they just want something or someone to fill that void. They want to just feel something. And that can be very dangerous to a chosen one, because especially if you fall for them or, you know, it becomes something romantic or, you know, whatever, right? Because they will take and take and take and take until they become bad. And then there comes a point where you know you have to leave. You know you have to go. You know, I mean, as a chosen one, you know when something has ran its course. This relationship, this friendship, whatever, it's done. It's ran its course and it's done. Yet here you are. You're trying to be the good Samaritan, trying to be the good girlfriend, you know, the good friend. You're trying to fix it. And you keep putting the work in. But day by day by day, you are slowly deteriorating. And then you realize that this has been an energy harvesting situation where you're always the one left feeling tired or drained, or you just don't feel like yourself. Before you met them, you don't have any recollection of where you went wrong or where this whole thing, you know, fell apart. It's funny because I feel like all my life, I've always felt too large for people, too larger than life for people. And I mean, I know that I've always had this big, expansive imagination, right? I've always had this really crazy imagination. And, you know, I think about things that the average person might not even put together. And it has affected me in a lot of ways, in my love life, in my family life, my friendship life, in every sense of life. And when I leave situations like that, it's times like those situations that it just reminds me of why I like to not be a hermit or be an introvert, because I'm definitely not introverted. If anything, I'm ambiverted, because I do have my moments where I'm very extroverted, you know, but then I have my moments where I need to leave, I need to go recharge, and I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing. I'm done with people. I'm done with everything. And you know what's funny? People ask me all the time, oh, you're not lonely? Like, how do you not get lonely? How do you not get lonely? Really, it's me just catching on to people, observing people and observing myself and going within and asking myself critical questions, critical thinking questions about how do I actually feel about this interaction with this person, or how do I feel about this relationship with this person or this friendship with this person. And you know what? Speaking on, energy harvesting and loneliness and all this, right? I have a friend, and this is the perfect example of this, right? When I first met him, he was so dark. When I tell y'all dark, I mean he was the most negative, most dark, most pessimistic, most just his energy spoke to me before he even opened his mouth. It was that bad. Like some of the things that we would talk about and some of the things that he would say, I'm just like, it was just very off-putting. And mind you, this was before I had my awakening. This was before I realized, my power and who I was. But I could sense this coming off of him. And, we still talk here and there now. But I realized, I sat back and I realized this nigga has done a complete 180. By me saying my power, right? By no means am I saying I'm God, I'm Jesus, because no, I know that was God working through me. But the reason why I even bring this up is because there will be times where he would just text me, right? And we would talk, or he'd be like, hey, you have a minute? Can I call you? And he would regurgitate things back to me that we've spoken about, right? But when I'm talking to him, I don't think that he's really processing and taking into consideration the things that I'm saying. But he'll say it back to me. And I noticed gradual changes, the things he would post, the things he would say. And I'm really, really glad that he came out of that place. But I was kind of just everything just seemed to get better. And then I realized me being around them being around me, whichever way you want to put it, instantly upgraded their lives. Instantly. Again, this is not me trying to claim that I am Jesus or I am, this person. That's not what I'm saying. Because like I said, he's working through me. And then people do this really weird fake woke thing when they meet me. And I don't even like using the word woke now because it's, you know what I mean? But it's like they try so hard to be on the same plane as me. And you can tell that it's fucking fake as shit. It's this thing where it's like a competition. It's like who can be more woke? Who can be more woke? And what's crazy is for my true chosen ones, the real chosen ones to understand this, if people knew half the shit that we go through, half the beatings, half the mental and physical lashings that we have to take, the mental gymnastics that we go through, the bullying, the stalking, the evil eye, if they knew half the shit that we have to go through, they wouldn't want it. They would not want it. Having all the gifts that chosen ones have, the burden, the pain that comes with having those gifts, they could not bear that. They could not carry that. And I was just thinking about that last night too. And I was just thinking to myself, this is not fair. Okay, you brought us chosen ones here. We're light workers, we're healers, we're starseeds, we're all these different things, yet here we are suffering. The suffering is so great, it's so extreme that your mind goes there. Why? You know what I mean? Why does this have to be happening to me? Sometimes, yeah, your mind goes there. Everybody wants to be a chosen one. It's the funniest thing. Everybody wants to be chosen. Everybody wants to shine. They want to be in the spotlight. That's something that you guys should remember, is that when someone wants what you have, right, they will never be able to manage it. Even if they do end up getting it, they will never be able to manage it. Why? Because it wasn't meant to be theirs in the first place. It wasn't meant to be for them in the first place. You can try so hard to duplicate the original. You can try so hard to mold it and sculpt it and do this and do that. But you can never be the original. Ever. And that's what keeps them awake at night, y'all. What's that saying? What's that saying? You can put makeup on a pig, you can dress a pig up, but it's still a pig. It's still a pig. And then going back to what I was saying initially about, you know, this fake woke thing that people do when they meet me. I notice that they start to ask a lot of questions about me. A lot of personal questions. Right? You're a people pleaser, you know, you're a lot of times when people ask you personal questions, you'll be tempted to just empty out the clip and tell them every single thing about your life because you feel like, okay, if they have shared something about themselves, I have to share something about myself. No, you don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. Don't let them make you feel like they are entitled to information about you. They'll start to get all up in your business, all up in your personal life, or they'll bully you. They'll talk about your clothes, talk about the way you talk about your hair, talk about your interests, talk about, you know, your whatever, right? There will be times where I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to wear this today because I don't want to get asked. I'm not going to wear my crystals because I don't want to get asked. I'm not going to do this because I don't know. And yeah, understandable. I don't want people in my business. And then what ends up happening? You find that you are chipping more and more and more of yourself away for the satisfaction, for the comfort of other people. But they do this thing where how to level with me. When you don't give them answers, when you don't give them what they want, they lose their mind. There was this one guy, and I remember it was just a really bizarre situation because I remember he had said something. He had said a couple of things to me, and it didn't really sit right with me. He really, really liked me too, and was just really strange because I remember him being really upset about it, right? And it was as though he wanted something from me. Like he wanted me to validate something or to get something out of me. And when I wouldn't give it to him, I don't want to say he kind of had like it was kind of like a mini crash out moment. And it wasn't sexual. It was not sexual. It was nothing like that. Because I did not give him what it was he was looking for, he was spiraling. And I remember he said something along the lines of, you know, I'm just not cool. Like I'm not like the other guys. I'm not, you know, I'm just not like the other guys. And I don't remember what it was or how he said it, but it was something along those lines. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, what? Like, when did I ask you to be? I never asked you to be like anybody else, or I never asked you to be cool. Like, never asked you to be like anyone else. But I realized it was because I did not give him that validation, or I did not give him what it was that he was looking for, and I wouldn't give it. And I just never forgot that. And I say all this to say, as a true chosen one, it's so important to be able to practice that critical thinking and to go within and to reevaluate when people come into your life and figure out what exactly this person's problem is or what exactly they are coming to you for. You will find yourself attracting everything. And so as a chosen one, it's just important to protect yourself. Take your time. Take your time. Stop jumping into shit. Like right now as it stands, I can't do friend groups. I don't even think I can do friend groups. I don't even think I want any new friends. I'm just done. My alone time. I like being a loner. I like being in peace. I know that nobody can be an island, but take your time. Stop jumping into friendship groups. Stop jumping into relationships. If they cannot respect you wanting to take your time, they're not the one for you. They're not the friend for you. And do not be afraid or do not be hesitant to cut people off. If you got to cut them off, cut them off. There's nothing wrong with you. You are who you are. And God made you for a purpose. You're not crazy. You're not weird. You're not too hard to love. Go within. Discover for yourself. Get closer to God. You'll notice all these downloads will start to come. Everything will start to make sense. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be you. Stay true. Bye.
Struggles and pain only make we tougher. So comes the money get no far. Me love my life, still I make money and my friends alright. Make progress while them backslide. Them can't stop my flame from ignite. One life, many chances. You'd live up, you'd rise to the top. Don't make it through badness. Right now we have to cool off for that. Get a youth, one hold on strong.